Sporting Journal Radio, presented by Onyx.
One of the things I love about hunting North Dakota for waterfowl is the ability to go out and scout. And when you scout waterfowl, you know how it is, Doug. You're putting so many miles on driving countrysides and gravel roads and looking for huntable numbers of birds and huntable feeds. And one of the issues you run into a lot of times is if they're on posted land and you can't get a hold of the landowner, then you got to keep on driving and look for something else. Well, the nice thing about North Dakota is you haven't always had to do that because unposted land has been historically open to hunters. That sounds like it's changing, Doug, or could be changing.
Right. Actually, on Thursday, Governor Burgum did sign into law what was North Dakota Senate Bill 2144, establishing electronic posting. It'll go into effect on August 1st of this year. So the scenario that you lay out is going to change.
Huh.
But I have to qualify this just a little bit, and I appreciate always being able to have a conversation with people that do hunt and understand the situation. With game and fish, like our job is we need to provide hunting and fishing opportunities. We don't want to shrink those opportunities and make it harder for people to hunt. So understanding with the new electronic posting where that scenario that you laid out is going to change, where you'll need to check on your phone app and see, is that bean field electronically posted? Is that cornfield electronically posted? And if it is, it'll have the landowner's name on there, and it won't be required to have contact information. They would be able to provide contact information. And as we know with computers and apps, everything is possible. It's just not everything is practical. Like you and I could sit here and say, well, can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? The practicality of it is where you kind of start running into the brick walls. The other side of that is...
Can I ask you something about that real quick?
Yep, go ahead.
Because I just want to, for myself included, but for our listeners, I just want to break down how this is going to work. So the land, so say you're driving around, you find a field with geese in it, like, okay, I want to hunt this. What's the next step? There's not going to be physical signs up. They have to check an app to see if it's if it's electronically posted?
Right. It could still be. Landowners will still have the option of physically posting their land. It's not going to be just one that it has to be electronically posted. And I've heard from some landowners that will just say they're not computer savvy and they've got a few quarters of land. They only post one of the quarters that they like to pheasant hunt on and deer hunt on. So they'll go out and put up a couple of signs and it'll be taken care of. There are some of those other landowners that might have 10,000 acres and they'll be able to electronically post their land. So that's part of it. I ask me again so I don't miss
Sure.
the specifics.
Well, so if you pull up to a field, let's say there's no signs. So you see a field full of geese and there's no signs there.
Right.
You
check the app.
Okay. And that's an app from ND Game and Fish?
Right. Yep.
So
you check the app.
And then it'll tell you if it's, will it say it's not posted? Will it say one definitive thing or the other on there?
Yep. It'll either be posted or not posted.
Okay. And
if it's not electronically posted and there's no physical signs out there, it'll be just like the good old days.
Okay. So but it will say something, like it will have that plot of land on there no matter what. It'll say this is not posted, or will it just not be listed on there? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it'll be similar to like a plots guide.
Okay.
If that visual kind of click, you're nodding your head.
Yeah.
Here's the scenario that I want to put out there is let's say you pull up on a field that has geese on it and it is posted. Okay?
Electronically.
Then you'll be able to look electronically posted. You'll be able to look on there and see the name on there versus there are times where it might just say no trespassing, an old tire that's out there and you just go, aw shucks. I mean, so I'm not going to try to blow smoke up your kilt and say this is going to be, better for freelance hunting, as you kind of assume with that. But the alternative is an overall no trespass law, which has been in the legislature almost every year for the last 20 years.
Yeah. So if something does have some signs, could it potentially still be available through the electronic app? Could you see something that's got posted signs? Would they maybe put something in the electronic app and say, it's posted, but here's my contact information, give me a call?
Well, and that's one of the things, again, this law takes effect on August 1st, and there's going to be a lot more education and information as we go forward. But one of the primary requests is, would people be able to post it and say, open for coyotes and Canada geese and ducks, posted for pheasants and deer? Again, what we can tell you is, with an app, everything is possible. Is it going to be practical? Hard to say right at this point. I think that the main thing, especially for your listeners and your viewers, is that the bill did pass. It was signed by the governor, and electronic posting in North Dakota will take effect on August 1st. So going into the early Canada goose season of August and into the fall of next year.
Do you know if there's been talk of integration with OnX at all?
Talk, I'm sure. Again, because when it comes to apps and overlays and that, I'm not going to try to say that it won't happen or that it will happen. But again, there's a lot of smart IT people that are going to be able to say, yeah, we can cross this over, we can overlay this. But at this point in time, I don't know exactly how it'll look coming up this fall.
Now is the time to start thinking about chasing big walleyes on Devil's Lake. Get on the fish at Haybale Heights Campground and Resort. Haybale Heights makes it easy for you to make memories on legendary Devil's Lake with guided fishing and lodging packages. Or bring your own boat and rent one of their cabins on East Bay. Haybale Heights offers a private marina, fish cleaning station, and the opportunity to relax and enjoy your bucket list trip to Devil's Lake, North Dakota. To book your trip, visit haybaleheights.com. That's haybaleheights.com.